This is Anderson Penn's podcast, episode 397 for Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. This is Brian.
This is Lisa.
Good morning.
Oh, God, here we go.
So, what do a tick
oh, crap.
and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
Nothing.
They're both parasites.
That's cute. Yeah. That's actually funny.
Last week, I affectionately referred to it as John Lane Day, but actually it was the Coles of London Visconti St. Dupont event at the store.
So how do you think Coles of London, Visconti, and Dupont, St. Dupont think of you calling it John Lane Day?
Well, everybody loves John Lane.
I know.
John Lane's like the best guy. And he's been a friend of ours for
long time.
Ages.
It was really good to see him.
It was about a year and a half?
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
It was, probably about 2 years.
Doesn't seem like it's been
like Christmas-ish, 2019. I guess a year and a half. Maybe not even. Anyway, it's been a long time. It was great to see him. In the time since we've seen him last, he went from pilot to Coles of London. He looks great.
Yep.
He sounds great.
Yep.
It's so good to see him happy. And great to see, sometimes it's nice to learn new things. And so it's really been fun to watch him really embrace St. Dupont and Visconti and learn all this stuff.
Yeah, it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool stuff. Yeah. But John came in, and we stealthily had the new Visconti and Dupont awnings up. Thankfully, by the time John came, and a full house. And I want to thank everybody, all the local folks and the non-local folks. We had folks traveling from all
Indianapolis.
Over. Yeah.
Hi, Doug. Indianapolis. I thought I heard somebody was from St. Louis. And somebody was from the Twin Cities.
Okay.
So we definitely thank you to all the locals who came in, but also people who traveled. Really means a lot. And I know that the vendors really like to see that people come out for it.
Mm-hmm. They want to see you come out. They want to, it's not necessarily about selling things, but it's about, getting together and looking at the new product and asking questions, and it was a good time. It was very busy.
In fact, when I came in, people were already there waiting for John, who had flown into Chicago and rented a car and driven up, and just
as John showed up, I was selling 2 Dupont fountain pens, so that worked out really great. But it was a good time. Some really cool pieces.
And the other thing is that one of our favorite things to do with John is go to Lombardi's and have the French onion soup. And John and Brian love French onion soup. And we've been doing this for years now. And it's kind of a thing. Brian has 7, 8 pictures.
A lot. It was on Instagram.
The French onion soup from Lombardi's over the years. And so we get there, and John had even texted me a picture of his French onion soup from a couple years ago, just before he came up. Like, okay, I'm ready. I'm thinking about this. And we get there, and we order it, and it no longer comes in the onion. Yeah. And I think he was really kind of crushed.
He was a little upset. So,
But we had a great time. It was still a good time. But yeah, Lombardi's, you got to bring the onion back. All right, let's talk Visconti. One of my favorite lines.
We haven't chatted about these in a while, and there are some new members in the lineup, and you're going to ask me which one is which probably at some point.
I know. I like to totally trip you up.
But Van Gogh. So you're a big Van Gogh fan.
I am. I personally have one. I really like that they are lightly faceted. While I personally am not a huge metal section fan, there is not a giant step. It doesn't get slippery.
Almost no step. Really.
Yeah, really there isn't. And I love the fact that this is magnetic. That's why they have it.
Yeah, and with that
I
magnetic
love
thing,
it.
you don't have threads, so
Yes, so it doesn't dig into your fingers. It posts well, and if you follow us, you know that for me, if a pen doesn't post, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, it is a solid.
It's a nice size.
I mean, you can feel it.
You can
kind
feel
of
it.
cinch on there, you know.
Yeah. So you don't worry. There are some pens that we carry when you're writing
You always do that.
enthusiastically. I know. I like to watch you go. Yeah, no, it's a good size. I really am a huge fan.
I think the most important part though is the colors.
Yes.
Every pen unique.
All right, now I gotta get my
A
glasses
multitude of different options. You know, you've got the famous clip. These are my pen capable at the top on the cap, so you can put your initials.
I didn't opt to do that. I wonder
why. We looked at it. We didn't find. We thought.
I was being picky.
You were being picky.
I didn't want my initials, so I was looking at the stones, and I just couldn't decide.
Oh, you were looking at the stones. You were looking at the stones. So yeah, you can put the stone on there, but
now your initials come free.
Yes.
But the stones or the zodiac coins are extra.
This one's great. This is the peasant woman.
That's one of the newer ones.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that one. That one's cool.
So just
irises.
Really pretty colors, and each one is different. And so some may have more of this color, less of that color. The next one may be the opposite.
Yeah, and we've been carrying these for ever since we had the store. And every time we get them in fact, yesterday we got in a couple more Van Goghs, and and it stopped Amanda cold in her tracks, and she's putting it out because she's like, wow, this one's really good. She came into my office. She goes, you got to check this one out, and it wasn't this one, but each one's different, and sometimes they're more fantastic than the last one.
But it's hard to tell, but just really pretty colors, well done. I've had mine for several years, and I always keep it inked, and it's one of my daily carries. Now,
we should mention steel nibs, fine, medium, broad, and Visconti is transitioning the Van Goghs to a special Van Gogh nib. So in the past, the Rembrandt, the Van Gogh, even the Michelangelo, if you remember those, all use the same nib. Now the Van Goghs are getting this laser etched Van Gogh writing on the nib.
And this is a rolling change,
it's a rolling
and we have
change.
no control?
Yeah, we have no control over what does and what doesn't come. They started with some of the rose gold trim variants.
So this is different, yeah.
So
it's a cleaner look, I think.
Yeah, a little bit smooth, less of the scroll work.
Yep.
So that's just something that's going on. Steel fine, medium, broad. They are more Western, so they're a little bit generous. So if you normally write with you like a broad, a fine is not really super fine.
I prefer a fine nib, and it is definitely a little broader than a fine, but I certainly don't consider it to be a medium. So.
Yeah, maybe a Japanese medium.
Oh,
plus.
Now you're getting complicated.
Japanese medium plus or German. Extra fine.
Just a hair fat. So if you're debating between a fine and a medium and you like a thinner nib, I would size down.
Or we could say good flow.
It does have good flow.
So, and also there is some of the broad nibs are for whatever reason a little bit difficult to get right now. So there's about a month backlog on some of those. We have a few. The Vibrant Violet limited edition by Kaweco, all sport.
Pretty color.
It's a matte finish, so the light does play with it.
It does. The way that the light was hitting it over here, it looked kind of fuchsia, or it had a different sheen to it, a different shimmer. Really pretty.
Gold. Now these have, unlike some of the Skyline Sports, these have gold trim. So they have gold lettering, the gold coin at the top.
And a gold-colored nib.
Gold-colored steel nib. So these are available extra fine, medium, and broad, I believe.
Pretty color.
They come in a standard Kaweco box, but then they have a special violet sleeve that goes over it. So
cool.
It's kind of nice. So these are available, and it's a nice color. I do like it.
It's kind of a plummy shade. It's definitely not dark purple. It's definitely not.
It's vibrant.
Bright.
It's vibrant.
It is vibrant.
I think the name reflects it properly.
All right.
So we just received in a new batch of AP Anderson JoWo nib units. So these are number 6 size. We have the full range. We've had them before. We just got in a restock of broad 1.1 and 1.5.
Yes.
Now, there is a change to some of these nibs. So originally these were two-tone, the gold-plated ones were two-tone gold. Now they're transitioning those to all gold color. So there's no mask on the front. I believe we have one 1.5 two-tone left. I think that's, we have one left. So they're transitioning to this all gold look. And then on some of the nibs,
that's weird.
The classic JoWo scroll work that you see is being removed, or it's not being done, I should say.
So this is a rolling change.
It's a rolling change. So we have, I think, on the the broads here, the broads with no scroll work and the single tone gold plated nib. And also on the steel side, or the polished side, the broad does not have the scroll work on it. So rolling change, eventually the scroll work is all going away and the nibs will all be single tone. So
also on the broad, the nib size designation is on the side. On the others, on the 1.1 and the 1.5,
marked in the traditional spot.
Marked in the traditional spot. Now these also do have the scroll work, so I don't know if as they get rid of the scroll work, they move the designation as well. But it is a rolling change. We just got these in. I'm starting to bag them up. I don't even know if everything that we received is all the same.
Yeah. But the good news is they're back in stock.
Yes.
If you're not picky, great.
If you are, please call or send an email if you specifically want X over Y on the scroll work versus plain. We'll do our best to accommodate you, but we get what we get.
But hey, they're back in stock.
They are, and you know, I kind of like the single tone gold.
Yeah. New pen.
Okay.
Coming from Sailor.
Yeah. Yet again, another new pen. They are just churning it out.
The 1911 Trinity.
Yes.
So this is a matte black 1911 with black trim and a black nib. So it comes in 1911 large and a 1911 standard size.
Correct.
Now it is very similar. We should just
put it out there.
Elephant in the room. It's very similar to the black luster. Okay. But it doesn't have a metal section. So the best we can tell, it's very similar, but without the metal section. Okay. But it comes in 1911 standard size.
Yes, which is very nice. Very nice.
All 7 nibs, extra fine, medium broad, zoom, music. These are coming out very soon. And they come with a little acrylic pen rest for the pen. So
the first X-Mini.
First X-Mini. So
yes. Not all of them.
But that'll be really super cool. You can put it on your desk.
Very cool.
So black trim. I mean, it's completely stealthed out.
Super stealthy.
And you know, Dave and I were talking about it at the store. He says, well, you know, he would actually prefer a 1911 standard because that's the size he likes. I thought, well, you know,
now you've got that as an option.
You've got a black option in a slim size.
Right.
So of course, 14 karat on the standards, 21 karat on the large.
Correct.
And that's coming soon. 110th anniversary.
Yes, those are coming soon.
They're coming very soon.
We were excited to be notified of our allocation. So
we are getting what we've asked for, and for those of you that have signed up for the back in stock notification, when we send it out, we do have enough, I think, for everybody that signed up.
Please, as a personal note, please, everyone who signed up, please buy it, because if there are extras, somebody is going to end up wanting one.
And you know, you pay yourself first.
No, no, please.
Kirogane and Shirogane. Shirogane, the sterling silver version. The Kirogane is a black steel version, which is pretty super cool.
You cannot have both.
I cannot have both, but that doesn't mean I can't have one.
it doesn't mean you can.
It's clipless.
Please buy what you want. Help me out, people.
It's clipless, but it has that really cool integrated roll stop in the top of the cap. New design by Sailor.
Really, really different design.
It's modern. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Very modern. It's nice to see a change.
Yes.
We've talked about this before, that, some companies, when they hit an anniversary, they just come up with a new color.
Yeah.
This is
same pen,
everything
new color.
is different. This is really cool.
The nib design is different.
Yes.
I mean, it's super cool. It is large size. It is not king of pen size.
Correct.
Which is always sometimes is difficult to be able to tell in the pictures whether it's king of pen size or not. But this is it is a heavy pen. They're metal, but it is large size 21 karat nibs with a really cool masking on it. It's got the new logo, the new anchor style in the top.
Everything is different for this anniversary pen. Really,
Bungubox.
Really kudos to Sailor for really stepping it up.
So May 27th was their anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And the pens are going to be coming this month. And I'm very excited about that. So
yeah, that's what scares me.
If I know we've had a lot of people sign up. If you are interested, please do sign up, and we should be able to accommodate just about everybody.
Please do, so that somebody gets unaccommodated.
Fine, medium fine, broad, I think are the nib choices on that.
Great.
So it's going to be fantastic.
Cool. Sorry.
Tomoe River paper.
Yep. What about it?
I don't actually have any here. There's been a lot. I thought we should.
A whole lot of drama lately.
Yeah,
confusion.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, what do you know?
We don't know anything.
So I don't know. All of a sudden, there was talk that Tomoe River paper was being discontinued and going away, and people were panic buying. I reached out to our supplier, who didn't get back to me, which is weird because usually they're pretty good. A while back, they had switched from using one machine to another machine to make the paper.
Then there was this talk about the old Tomoe versus the new Tomoe, which
and so a lot of people are still emailing and saying, which one do you have? The change happened last year.
A long time ago.
At least.
More than that, yeah.
Yeah, and nobody was ever notified. So, who knows what the distributors had? Who knows what they sent out? There's no way to tell. There's no designation on the packaging. I would assume by now that everybody has the new stuff.
Well, I think what they're doing is they are shutting a machine down. I contacted our contact at Tomoe Gawa in Japan, and maybe it was just being polite, but he had not heard of anything to that extent. And he assured me he would let me know, but
what would Hobonichi do?
Hobonichi, you've got Endless Works. Is it going away? I don't think so. I think at some point somebody, if there's talk about it was not being profitable. I don't think that this is going to go away. We all acted this way when George wanted to retire from retro. Retro's going away. It's panic buying. Something's going to happen that this is just going to be. We're going to look back at this and laugh.
Well, companies have to be profitable.
Is that one of the goals?
We should make that our goal for 2022, maybe. Companies need to be profitable. But I think that this paper is just so beloved and so hoarded and obsessed over that someone will, even if it was going to be going away, someone would snatch it up.
Someone's going to scoop it up. So I'm not saying it's for sale or anything like that, but I just don't think. I think just being calm is the thing to do.
There's nothing confirmed. And, a lot of people have reached out to their various contacts and, people are hearing different things, but nothing's been confirmed. So I can still order it. We still get it in. I have not been told that it's been discontinued. In fact, we ended up getting a new size of loose sheets. So it's definitely out there. But so we're just addressing all these elephants in the room.
So
apparently.
what did we learn from this? We don't know.
There's a whole lot of confusion.
There is a lot of confusion. I wouldn't panic. If you want to get an extra. I mean, we had a gentleman the other day who ordered
25.
20 A5s. Yeah, 20 A5s. So I wouldn't go to that extreme, but we'll let you know as soon as we hear anything.
Yes. I will freely admit that we have an entire wall of ink, and I try very few of them. I stick to certain ones, and...
You can get any of those in samples.
I have a whole box of samples.
Just saying.
I had a whole shoebox of samples.
You're welcome to grab a sample and say, hey, listen, I've never tried this before.
I had a whole shoebox of samples in Chicago I'm still going through.
Top two.
But I'm trying to try new colors, especially new ones as they come out by the manufacturers. And so I have been playing around with, and this has been out for a while, the Graf von Faber-Castell, the Yozakura, the cherry blossoms.
Okay.
It is a really, and I don't do pink, so I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone. Great. The only thing that would be even more out of my comfort zone is if it had shimmer.
Oh my.
Because I don't do shimmer.
We did that once. I put shimmer in one of your vanishing points.
Yeah.
That was the last time.
Yeah. How was that couch that week?
That's great.
So Yozakura is a really pretty kind of darker pink, definitely not pale, but it's nice. I like it. I was really pleased. And Faber-Castell inks, of course, just are...
They're great inks. I like them
They
a
have
lot.
such great flow. They're really vibrant. I don't like a shy ink. And the bottle is big and just absolutely gorgeous.
It's a pretty fantastic bottle as far as bottles are concerned.
Yes,
It's
heavy. That it's got a big, wide base because I tend to I'm just super clumsy and I tend to knock things over a lot.
It's well designed.
So anyway, that's my what I'm playing with this week.
Okay.
And I kind of resent Eric for asking me for my ink of the week because it forces me to try different things. And that's tough.
I've gone like a year using different inks every time I ink a pen.
Really?
Different ink every time, yeah.
Really?
Yes. We talked about this a year ago when you came back.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
You
use like 4 colors.
I do. And one of those colors, nice segue, is Bungabox Norwegian Wood.
You do love that.
This is the best green ever.
This is the bomb.
It is
now,
the bomb.
You used to like you did like the Faber-Castell, the moss green.
Yes, yeah.
And what's different about this? Just a different shade?
It's a different shade. It's just
the bottle is
bottle's
damn
great.
adorable.
So we're talking about Bungabox Norwegian Wood. These are 30 ml bottles, the little kind of modified shoe bottle. It says Bungubox on the side, and then on this other side here it says Ink Tells More, which is cute.
I never noticed that they actually decorate the top of the cap.
Yeah, so the caps have got a little sparkly, and then it's got a cute little sticker on it.
Yeah, the cap is sparkly. How cool is that? What a great little touch.
You've never
I've never opened these.
You've never opened one.
We get them in, we put them on the shelf, we sell it, we pack it, we ship it.
So you've got Hatsume Aofuji,
Bless you.
which has of course Mount Fuji on the top.
Yeah.
It's a lovely blue.
Honestly, I've never looked at the cap. We get them in, we give them to photography, they see them.
How about this one? We've got Ebisu Gold. It's got a little fisherman with a little...
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. And then, of course...
now I got to look at these.
Norwegian Wood's got a little
that's
forest
really
on
pretty.
it.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about these 3 Bungabox?
Why?
Bungabox is brought into the U.S. through the U.S. distributor for Sailor, Atoya.
Yes.
Bungabox has kind of raised their limits, and Atoya is no longer going to be bringing Bungabox in. So
yes.
What we have on these 3 colors only, Hatsume Aofuji, Ebisu Gold, and Norwegian Wood,
is it.
Now I'm getting a few more bottles that are coming in.
So it's not it.
I'm talking less than 6 bottles of each.
Okay.
Less than 6 bottles of each, and that's going to be it. So
okay.
I'm getting the last of what they had. I bought.
Okay.
because they just didn't have much. And this Norwegian wood is amazing. It's
So how many of those do you privately have for yourself?
I have one. I am probably going to buy. I'm going to take another one. I think
Okay.
it's a really, really nice color.
So all of the Bungubox eventually will go away.
Eventually,
We
yeah.
did get notification of what's left in stock at the warehouse.
There's about total 11. I think it's 11 different colors.
Yes.
And those are mixed between the old 50 ml,
Yes.
the sailor style bottle, and the new 30 ml bottle.
But just keep in mind, if there's something that you like, you might want to think about stocking up, because those of us who carry Bungubox, as it goes away, they will no longer be available to us. So as the warehouse sells out, that will be it.
If you like Bungabox Mother Pink, you're in business.
They do have a bunch.
They do have a bunch. But this is not to say that Bungabox is going to stop making ink. You could probably get Bungabox directly from them. Of course,
But
you better pay shipping or whatever.
What is coming into the U.S. will, it has stopped.
Yeah.
And so when the Atoya warehouse is out, that will be it.
So anyway,
Stock up.
these are great. These are super colors.
You better pull yours
I'm
today.
gonna pull one today actually.
Okay.
They're fun bottles. Everything about them is fun. The box has this cool little feature where you can open it normally, or you can perforate it and then the whole top comes off.
That's cool.
It's really cute. So
Okay.
all right. Let's talk about a couple things that came in, went, we're getting more of, are
Okay.
probably gone by the time we're talking about.
VAX 700
VAX 700R Iris.
by TWSBI.
We had a few arrive yesterday. We are getting more. We may or may not have them as of this broadcast. So they are coming. There are more coming in. And we'll continue to get them as long as they're available. And they're supposed to be available for quite a while.
Okay, so is this an ongoing regular part of the lineup? Is this I made 10,000 and when they're gone, they're gone?
I don't know that this is going to be a regular part of the lineup,
Okay.
but I think they're planning on making a fair number for a while. You know, sometimes they bring in a color and then it's gone, after 9 months or something. So that's my impression of this, that there will be more coming. But anyway, VAX 700R Iris, Esterbrook, Estie, Aqua.
Yes.
So
let's talk about that. Really, really, really pretty.
It is
so
a nice
pretty.
looking pen.
Totally spring color.
Yeah.
I should get an Aqua and put the Yozakura in it. That would just be really springy.
You should do that.
I should.
Gold trim.
Yes.
Now, these were a limited production. We are technically out, but I have secured a few more.
Aren't you
And there
special?
are a couple more coming in this week to Kenro, and then I think that's it.
Okay.
So if you missed out on the first group, there are going to be some more coming in.
Just a few.
Standard size and oversize
Okay.
will both be available. I want to talk about the special nib options, Journaler and Scribe. So the Scribe, of course, is the new Josh Lack's modification. It's a modified architect.
He's so fun. He's great.
So if you've been interested in an architect, you can get it on this pen.
However,
there is heavy demand and almost no supply.
he's one guy and he's churning these out. But there will be a wait.
Yeah, there will be a wait.
Yes.
I can't tell you how long. We have a few coming in, but I can't be guaranteed I'm actually going to get them. So if you order the Scribe, we'll reserve the Aqua for you, but we'll have to wait until the nibs come in.
Yes.
For the Journaler, which is Gina's kind of a stubbish nib, those also have been a little bit backlogged. She's been able to make quite a few of those, but they were completely out for a while. So there also will be a wait on some of the Journaler nibs.
Yes.
Too.
And there's nothing we can do. You're welcome to email and ask, but I believe it's on all the pages that there is a delay.
Yeah.
And it just takes time to make those. They're all done by hand, and it's one person. You can only do so many in a day.
Yeah. So now and just to clarify, the nibs are not available separately. So we do sell the Esterbrook Estie nibs separately, extra fine through 1.1. You cannot buy the Scribe or the journaler nib separately. You have to buy it with a pen. And as such, neither can we.
Correct.
I can't just order in a bunch of Scribe and journaler nibs. I have to buy them with pens. So that is...
We've had several people inquire as to, can I just buy the nib? I already have a pen. The answer is no. We cannot get them that way.
So, and for right now, until the Aqua are gone, the Scribe nib is only available on that pen. Once the Aqua is no longer available, the Scribe will be available on other nibs.
Okay.
So
other pens.
Other pens. Yep. So we'll get into that once we see how the supply is going to be. So. A little bit of an upcharge for both of those nibs.
Correct.
It's 50 on the journaler and 60 on the Scribe. And then, of course, we do the 20% off, so over the regular price of the pen.
Correct.
So, Aqua coming back. If you want one, you should get one.
It's really pretty.
Anything else that we need to mention about that?
No, just understand that there will be a wait.
We're waiting too. So we had a huge run on journaler nibs a few weeks back and completely wiped us out. It was unreal.
Like every
single order had journaler nibs. It was crazy. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Follow our blog for news, reviews, and other updates.
And check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.
Bye.